Good morning, everyone. My name is Karla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I'm working on and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is my 77th FlossTube video, and it is Sunday. It is January 10th. I want to say welcome to anybody who's new, who's finding my channel for the first time. And if you are a returning subscriber, oh, and I have fingerprints all over my glasses. That's not good. If you are a returning subscriber, then thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you guys all so much. I love spending time with you each week, and you are quite often the highlight of my week. Getting to do the videos, and then also like the lovely messages I get and answering those messages. It's all good things that happen for me every week. I have to give a big thank you shout out this week to Jennifer White for buying me a coffee. I do have the buy me a coffee link down below in my description box, and I know if you watch the video on the TV, you know, it's not there and it's hard to get to and stuff, but if you're happening to watching on your computer or on your phone and you feel so inclined as to click on that link and send a little monetary appreciation my way, I would so appreciate it. It's 100% not required, it's not expected, but it is appreciated. But this past week, Jennifer White sent me some coffees, bought me some coffees, a little bit of Starbucks there, and I do really appreciate it. So thank you so much, Jennifer. So this has been quite a week for us here in the U.S. Quite a difficult week and upsetting week. And I don't really want to go into it. There's plenty of FlossTubers that I admire who have said very eloquent things about it, and I agree. Like Michelle Bendy she's one of my most admired, I guess, people that manages to have a floss tube and to have opinions and to have boundaries, the things that she says are so important, and says things that speak to my heart, and I feel like she says it much better than I could. And doesn't care if she loses subscribers, and handles that very well. So anyway, I think that's all I want to say on the subject. It was a difficult week. It was a difficult week kind of anyway for me, because it was like my first week back to work, really, and so it was very busy at work. First of the quarter, first of the year, first of the month, all that stuff, and so there's a lot of stuff that has to be done in my job that that happens all at that time. So that was a little bit difficult. My boss was actually out of the office almost all week. So that means any clients that called I had to deal with. We didn't have a lot of that, but yeah, and it wasn't like hard busy. It was just busy and kind of doing like mind-numbing stuff sometimes busy. The whole week was just exhausting. So on that political level and on a personal level, emotional, all that stuff, I was just exhausted. But we got through it, and hopefully things will start being brighter. Okay, I'm kind of in organizing mode, because it's the first of the year, or just I happen to be in organizing mode this past week. I actually I didn't clean out my closets as in get rid of stuff, because I really need to do that. I live in a tiny space. I've told you guys this before. I live in a tiny space, and I am not a minimalist. As much as I would kind of like to be, I'm not. I'm a bargain shopper. I have way too many clothes, way too much craft stuff. And I'm not a very neat person, which means that organizationally, every so often, I just go crazy and I have to redo everything. So I'm kind of in that mode. I got a couple closet organizer things yesterday, and I pulled everything out of my closet and I put it back in. in a better, more organized fashion, but I still need to go through and actually cull, because yeah, I have way too many clothes, and I have things that I haven't worn in, like what they say, if you don't wear it in a year. I have stuff that I haven't worn since I moved in here, which is over 2 years now. So why am I keeping it? Because I like it, and I think, well, you know, we're not really going out now, so when I do go out, which I never really went out that much anyway, let's be real, then I'll wear it. What I think I do need to do, though, when I call things, is I need to go through and see if it's something that I can maybe either put on thread up and maybe get a little money back for it, or donate, or if it's stuff where I really like the fabric but I'm not so keen on the clothing item, then I need to see if it's something that I can be used for finishing on my cross stitch and then keep the fabric. Which of course still is going to require me to store it somewhere, so I don't know how good that idea is. I also kind of really want to revamp my whole crafty area here. It's just a little bit overflowing and overwhelming, and I feel like I'm not being able to work as efficiently because I just have too much stuff like falling on me. So anyway, I have some ideas about how to do that, so keep tuned for the next couple weeks, and I will let you know if I do anything significant to add or fix or whatever my crafting type area. Okay, what else? Yesterday, so while I was cleaning out my closets, or actually in between, because I didn't do this while I was cleaning my closet, but in between, I binge watched the entire season 2 of The Mandalorian. So good. But now I was avoiding watching it because I knew I was going to love it and then it was going to be over. And yeah, so now I have to wait another year to see season 3. And I hope Grogu comes back because he was half the reason I liked the show. But anyway, so that's what I was doing yesterday, along with being a little bit organizational and doing some stitching. So I told you last week about some of my plans as far as stitching, and how I was going to use the Tiny Decisions wheel, but I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to do it yet. And so anyway, that all got put into practice last week, and it's working really well for me. So my plan is for each month to kind of have like a focus theme that I think of, and then attach 5 to 6 maybe of my current whips to that theme. And then to set up the Tiny Decisions wheel, the way I did it this week is I have 5 projects. My January theme is friends and family. So what that means is I have actually 6 projects, I guess, that I consider projects that I'm doing for my friends and family, for gifts. Not necessarily like specific like time period gifts, but I have the baby Yoda that I'm doing for my nephew Logan's birthday at the end of the month. I have the crossed-wing Chickadees that I'm doing for my friend Tracy. I have Star Trek 4 shows, 4 casts pillow that I'm doing for my brother. I have Cuddles and Caffeine that I'm doing for my sister-in-law Stacy. And then I have 2 projects that are in honor of my dad. So they're not, I mean, they're for me, but they're in honor of him. So I put those 5, well, okay, so the 2 pieces that I put for my dad, I just picked one of them, which is To Everything There's a Season. So I put those 5 pieces on the Tiny Decisions wheel 3 times each. And I was doing this on the 4th, so I figured I had 27 days left in the month, and so 5 times 3 is 15, 27 minus 15 is 12, right? Yeah. Yeah. If my math is wrong, whatever, it'll all work out in the end. Anyway, so then I put 12, I call it free whips, on the Tiny Decision wheel as well. and then I've been spinning it each morning, which I kind of like doing it in the morning when I'm getting ready for work, because that kind of gives me an idea of what I'm going to work on that night. And I do kind of like during the day like to think about what am I going to do tonight as far as craft wise and everything. So this week, 3 of the 5 got spun, and the rest were all free whips. So yeah, I like the way it's working. I think that that's going to be good. I also kind of like was looking ahead as to projects that I might start during the month, or you know, each month. Like this year, this month, because it's January, I had my New Year, New Start. Next month, February, I'm going to be doing Cats in the Rain as a stitch along with Amy Sprinklestein Stitches. So that will be a new start. It doesn't have anything to do with the theme for next month, but I just started. And then, you know, as I go through the year, that will be a way to have some new starts. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to start ridiculous amounts of things, but I don't mind having starts as long as I'm working on stuff and working towards finishes. So yeah, so I think that that worked really well. I didn't have any finishes this week, but I did have a new start aside from my New Year, New Start. I had talked about this last week that I wanted to start another counted canvas piece, and I did. I started Violet Nosegay. The thing that I did say wrong is I said that the only thing that I didn't have, that it called for like 10-inch stretchy bars, and I only had 12-inch. No, it called for 12 and I had 14. So it is a lot bigger than it needs to be. I mean, obviously when it's done, then it'll get cut down, but did I show you this already? So that's the picture, Violet Nosegay. This is by From Nancy's Needle, and it's one of the regional quilt series, and I just love the colors. So I got the whole center section finished. I just really love the purples and greens. It's one of my favorite color combinations. And I really enjoy working on these counted canvas pieces. From Nancy's Needles seems to be, I've said this before, it's more focused on, now I don't know if it's called Goblin Stitch or Goblin Stitch, but as you can see in both the real thing here and then the picture, most of the stitches are just kind of like these straight stitches that you you're using to make patterns. So in fact, to me, these are extremely easy to do, but they're very relaxing and fun just because it's kind of like you're making these patterns, and I don't know, it's kind of like the same feeling as like coloring a mandala or that kind of thing. It's just making the patterns is soothing. This like kind of lacy part is done with Smyrna crosses, and then you fill in. So you do the Smyrna crosses with the cream color, and then you fill in the Goblin Stitch, and then these little kind of like sparkly yellow centers of the pansies are Smyrna crosses too. So I mean, in this pattern, that's all it is. It's like these straight stitches done in patterns and some Smyrna crosses. So I mean, it's super easy to do. It actually goes pretty fast. I mean, this I did maybe in an hour or so. I just worked on it once, but I just really enjoy them, and I think they're so pretty. So yeah, so that was my new start this week. So then on to whips. This was one of the things I worked on a free whip day. I would like to get this done before the end of the month, so that I can hang it when I change out my seasonal tree to February. I feel like I have a lot of time. It's the 10th, so I still have like 20 days to get stuff finished, and I don't have any of like my, I just have the thing. What did I do with it? Oh, it's on here. I don't have any of like the pink or the red pom-poms put on pins yet to be able to hang them. I don't have anything done, but I will do that later in the week. And again, it's still kind of hard to see because it's the light stitches on the cream. This one is really going to come to life with the beads. So it's probably about like half beaded and half of the stitching. And so until you get the beads in there, it's not going to look like much. It will look like this when it's done. As I said, I worked on that on a free whip day. I worked on this. This was also a free whip day. I worked on it while I was on a Zoom call with my friends on Friday. I feel like I hadn't talked, well, there's 3 of us on the call, or 4 of us, I should say, 3 others and me. One was with my sister-in-law, so I just saw her, but my best friend Tracy, I haven't like been on a Zoom call with her. It feels like 3 weeks. I don't think it's been that long. It just feels like it's been forever. You know, we kind of got used to talking every week or seeing each other every week on Zoom because we used to talk all the time, but with the pandemic, it's like Zoom became more of a norm, and I got used to seeing them. And then another friend who I haven't seen in forever because she's in college and she's doing her master's, and so she's got really busy with school towards the end of the year, but she came on too, so that was really fun. So while I was actually on the phone with them, I worked on my ABCs of activism, which I also would like to get done this month. I don't know if I will. I will be honest, I love this chart. I don't love working on it. It just, I mean, it's just okay. It's good when I'm on a Zoom call because it doesn't require a lot of brain power. But it's just, it's not my jam to stitch. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I love it, but it's just not super fun to work on. So, but I would like to get that kind of finished before the inauguration or for the inauguration. I don't know that I will. But it is a good thing to have to pull out when I'm feeling a little bit political. So this week it was good to pull it out. Okay. Let's see. What other... Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, cut collage stuff. And where did I put that? Okay. Major project. And I feel like, oh, I just put something right in front of it. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I'm being scattered. Okay. So one of the focus pieces that came up in a spin this week was Crafting Collection. This is called First Encounter number 8, but I call it Chickadees, and it is for my friend Tracy. I think I showed you last week or the week before that I got a bird chart with all these different birds, and they're not exactly the same as this, obviously, but this is the same idea where it's like a bird on kind of like a native branch, or, you know, a flowering branch of some kind. So we kind of went through, and she said which one she'd like next, and then the one after that. So I think I'm going to kind of just do this as a series for her. And I don't know if you remember, but a while back, I had gotten an eBay purchase, which were these True Colors backgrounds. Okay, they look like this. And I got 2 packages of each color. I got 2 blue, 2 pink, and 2 beige. And they're just, this, I mean, this is the fabric this is on, and I know it's really hard to see because they're very light. But they're just very, very lightly modeled colors. So I did this on the blue. It only took half of the piece. But what's really cool is we were discussing it, and I can use the same fabric, so the blue, and since it only takes half the piece and I have 2 pieces of each, I can do what, 12 birds for her, all in the same, you know, fabric. There'll be 3 different color backgrounds, but they're all the same, you know, the same quality, the same feel, which I think is really cool. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and saving that fabric for these projects. Okay, so long story short, this is what I worked on, and I got this whole leaves and berries section completed. So I actually think that up to there, this whole thing is done. I think I got all the back stitching done on the bird that needs to be done, and I finished this whole berries motif. So now, so that's that whole bit, and now I'm going this way. So again, so pretty. And I got today, and I'll show you in a haul, I got what I'm going to use for finishing for them, which she can change it if she wants to, you know, decor wise, but I got something that's, I think, pretty neutral, but it's gonna look really good. Okay, second focus piece that got spun was the Star Trek piece that I'm doing for my brother. So this is the 4 casts, and this is done by Fangirl Stitches on Etsy. So I looked through a lot of the little people things to find ones that I really liked, and these were the ones I liked the best. And I got the charts for all 4 casts for the original series, Next Generation, Voyager, and Deep Space Nine, or Deep Space Nine and Voyager is the correct order. And then I'm doing this, I called it, when I talked to you guys about it before, I called it Mirror Mirror. It's called Looking Glass. Close. So this is an opalescent fabric, and I got quite a bit more done on, oops, all right, come on fabric, on Sulu here, and I started on, is this Scotty? Yeah, I think this is Scotty. Oh no, is that Scotty? I don't know. I have to look at them, not backwards to me. But yes, I got a lot more done on him, and I'm anxious to get this finished so I can move on to the second row. But I really like this, and I think my brother's gonna really like it. He's only seen it once in real life, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a nice thing for him. It's not, I mean, it's not a surprise. When I start doing stitching stuff like this, I'm not going to keep it a surprise, because the people that I love know I do this, and, you know, I don't shove it in their faces every time, like, look at the progress, but I know my sister-in-law does watch my videos. I think she has me on in the background when she's doing other stuff, because she's not a stitcher, but she ends up knowing what I'm stitching on anyway, so. Okay, and then the last whip that, well, this isn't the last whip, but this is the last focus piece whip, is To Everything There Is a Season, which is this chart. This is a much older chart. It's from 1994. I got it on eBay, I think, because I was looking specifically for this poem or passage or whatever you want to call it, because my dad loved this passage and he loved the bird song. So I really want to do this. And even though this is a very like early 90s feel, which I know a lot of cross stitchers kind of disparage that, I still really like it. I think it's really pretty. I like this kind of weird flower border, and I just really love the corners, and then with the saying and everything. So, and I said last week I saw it on 1884 Stitchery, this chart in the $2 charts, and it's not there anymore, so maybe one of you guys got it. I don't know. So I had this finished and like about halfway through, and then I worked on it this week, and I got a lot more of the border done. And the second line of writing. So yeah, I got a lot more done on that. I got some more done on this metallic border, which I hate. I mean, I like the way it looks, but I hate doing it. When I kitted this up, I was a very new stitcher. Like, I've been stitching for maybe 4 months. And as I want to do, I just jump into these kinds of things head first, and, you know, and I got metallic, DMC metallic, which, yeah, it's not fun to stitch with. It really isn't. And I didn't know any better, but I got that much done on it, so I'm not switching at this point. But I kind of have to discipline myself that when I pull this out, do whatever I'm going to do, and do like a couple lengths of the border, the metallic border, because otherwise it won't get done, and because I don't enjoy it. I enjoy everything else on this, but not that. I also had to make, I realized in stitching the words here that on this first line I had a couple errors. So the H's in thing and there are supposed to have these little doodads that go up at the bottom of the H, and I didn't put them in, which made that line a couple rows short, right? Which I didn't worry about. And then I had put in under heaven along with this first line, because the pattern says to every purpose under the heaven, and I don't like that. I don't know if that is correct. Well, I mean, it's not originally written in English, so that doesn't matter. But that's not how it is in the song, and so I didn't like that. I just wanted to put under heaven. So I charted that to make sure that it was in the right place. But then, so then I worked backwards, and when I got to here, I was like, this is going to stick out past the fancy T, and I couldn't figure out why, and I thought I had counted right and everything, and then I figured out that I had done those H's wrong. So my solution was to kind of squish this A a little bit in. And I hope it doesn't look terrible. I don't think in the long run anyone, including myself, is going to notice, but because I wasn't going to go and pull out anything. I'm much more of a fudger, make it work kind of person rather than a frogger. I mean, I'll frog if it really, really needs it, but if it's something like this where I think like it's not going to matter and I can fudge it a little bit, I am a fudger. And honestly, I don't think I have a single chart that doesn't have a mistake in it somewhere. I don't think. I mean, and I'm not, you know, I'm a decent stitcher, but they all have a mistake. And I just feel like that's the personalization, the thing that shows that it's homemade or handmade. And, whoops. And I don't know. In a way, it doesn't bother me. Okay, and then the last thing that I worked on was my Laurel Burch cat collage, which is my New Year, New Start. Now, the one thing I noticed as I was stitching this is that the colors that I have in the floss are not quite as vibrant as the colors in the picture. I'm not sure that it bothers me, but they're not, it's not that they're not vibrant, they're not as dark, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it bothers me or not. Oops, I have my pattern hooked here, so I need to take that off. So I'm stitching this because it is pretty much full coverage, so I'm stitching it kind of on the diagonal, but not really. So I'm doing a little bit of color completion, a little bit of on the diagonal, a little bit of parking. Yeah, I'm just kind of doing a cobbled together sort of technique here. And I am doing the back stitching as I go. I'm really enjoying working on this. It's fun to work on. It's really pretty. I love all the colors. It does have some metallic accents here with the horrible metallic thread, which is supposed to be, this is supposed to be 2 strands, which I'm using. It did come with a 14 count Aida that I didn't like, so I'm using a 28 count even weave instead, which doesn't make much of a difference as far as coverage or anything like that. The metallic thread, it said to use 3 strands, and I mean, it's hard enough to get 2 strands through there, so I don't know what the heck they're talking about with the metallic. I'm just using 2, which I think looks fine. So that is my last whip. I think I had a pretty productive week, and as I said, I'm enjoying the spinning of the Tidy Decision Wheel. To kind of do this themed month thing. I think that might go along a little bit with my organization stuff too, because I think I might pull out, I have like 2 bins of whips up here now, and I think I might pull out some of them and like do more switching them out every month, so that just they take up less room on top of my work area. But again, that's all something that I will kind of share with you guys as I get more into the organization. I ordered a little wooden craft organizer thing. It's like a 6 drawer, I think, and I think it will either fit under my desk here or it will fit over in the corner there, and I'll have to rearrange stuff. But yeah, I'm excited to use that. I think I'm going to put my DMC, if the drawers are the right size, I'm going to use 2 of them to do my DMC instead of having them in the paper boxes. So it won't be really changing the system, it'll just be changing where I'm storing them, because I'm finding it that those are hard to get at, so I'm not pulling them out to put stuff away as I should, which is part of why the organizational thing goes to hell in a handbasket, because it's too much of a pain to put stuff away, so it piles up. And I think if it's easier to get at the flosses to like pull out a drawer instead of having to lift stuff off that's all piled on top of it, I think it'll be easier to be organized. You know, best laid plans, but we'll see. Okay, so next thing is haul, and I actually have quite a bit of haul to show you today. Some of it is like, well, it's all stitching related. Some of it is more actual stitching stuff, and some is more like tool type stuff. And I'm dropping it everywhere. Okay. Okay, so I got some more of these. I got some more of these frames. I got 3 large ovals and then an assorted package. I really like these things. You guys, see what I'm saying? I don't have any room here. Alright, stay. Okay. I really like these. I think that they make a really nice, kind of simple, clean sort of hoop finish. This is like a rubberized, so they're stretchy, right? This is kind of similar to what you usually see the back, you know, the inside part of a hoop, especially one that is a grooved one. But this is kind of like this stretchy, rubbery thing that has kind of like this faux wood grain. But I think it's pretty. Now, here's my being stupid. All right, so I ordered these 3 ovals. Oh, that was cute. Look. Because this is what I wanted to use for the chickadees and subsequent birds. This is what I'm going to use. But I was thinking like, okay, but I need the hanger on the side, and I'm wondering if I can take it out and re-put it in. And then when I was opening the package, I saw there was like a little paper that said that this can be positioned anywhere. And it was like, okay, I was being so stupid because, okay, this is a flexible thing, right? So you take your hoop and you just put it on the frame this way. And then you've got your thing on the side. Or if you wanted to hang it here and have it off center, I mean, you put it where you want it. So I felt so dumb because I was like, in my head, I was like, I really like hesitated about getting them because I was like thinking like, oh gosh, you know, but I really need the hanger on the side. And I was looking for ones with the hanger on the side and they didn't have any. Well, obviously, because you put it where you want to put it. Yeah, so that was like my dumb blonde moment, which I have no blonde on me, but I was having a dumb blonde moment, I guess. No offense to blondes. I was just making a joke. But that also means like they have some octagonal ones that are kind of cool, and they have some square ones like with the cut off corners, so that you could put, you know, you could put it anywhere. Anyway, so I got those. So that's kind of a tool thing, so it's not an exciting stitchy thing, but that is gonna, you know, be used for several projects. Obviously, I'm gonna use one of the round ones for Logan's thing also. Okay, what else did I get? These are tool items. So for Mania, I'm going to be kitting up another Haid, and my favorite way to kit up that type of thing is to use these floss cards, these plastic floss cards. I like the ones with the teardrop shapes best, but these were a really good price. This is like 18 of them for like $9. So, so I got these, and I like to use just one side, and then I use the cable rings in a couple of the holes. But the cable rings I have are this size, which is great for hanging floss, but kind of like big for hooking these together. So I got some small cable rings, which these are really small, and in fact they're so small it's almost hard to twist the thing, because once you put it into a ring it's small. But anyway, it works, and yeah, so that's what this is for. And then also, as part of the kitting up process, what I tend to do with the Haid is I actually cut the page that has like the little symbol and color box and stuff, and then I put them on the card. With one project, I actually printed that on like a sticker paper and just cut those out. But then if I don't think to do that, I have the thing, I don't need to keep it, so I will cut it up just the regular page, and then these, which of course you can't see because they're clear, these are clear dots, and so then I'll use 2 clear dots to then tape the symbol on top of each color. So you'll see this more when I actually kit it up and everything. But that is my kitting up method for a lot of floss, or really anything over 10. Yeah. Okay. I got 2 diamond paintings that came in this week because when I went on my trip, my sister-in-law is now into diamond painting, and I love that I totally enabled her. And my friend just started knitting again, so I enabled her. Anyway, so since we were working on diamond paintings and I was working on my elephant one, it made me want to go online and look for some more diamond paintings, so I did. So I got this one. I'm not going to open them. They're both round, full coverage. This is another elephant one, which will go on my elephant wall in the kitchen. And then this one, I don't even know why I got it. I just thought it was really pretty. And I have tended in the past to do diamond paintings for my mom. I showed you guys that book that I put together for her. And this was a long time ago, like a year ago, more than a year ago. So she enjoyed that so much. But then this past couple months, she was in a reorganizing mood too. So she took the book that I gave her that had all these diamond paintings in it and tore apart and put them on the wall. So now she has a whole sparkly wall. But then she's like, I'm going to give you back the book when I can see you again and you can fill it for me. I'm like, thanks, Mom. But anyway, I got this one just because I thought it was really pretty. So I will either eventually do this or I will eventually give it away on the channel. Speaking of, that reminds me, I meant to say this at the beginning. I haven't put my Hanukkah giveaways in envelopes and taken them to the post office yet. I know I'm really behind on that. I'm really behind on sending in all my thank you cards too. I have started the whole project of mailing this stuff out, and I'm being slow, and please forgive me, bear with me. I will get everything out by the end of January. Not good. I will have to take everything to the post office, which I'm not really keen to do because our numbers, COVID numbers are just horrible, and I'm trying not to go anywhere except for work and to my brother's. But I will go to the post office eventually this month, but I have to package everything up first, and I just haven't done it yet. I've kind of done the organizational part. I've gotten all the addresses in order, and I just haven't done the actual work. And I will, I just haven't. So please bear with me. I will get that stuff out too, though. But, you know, with the end of the year and the holidays and going on vacation, it just got all set to the side, and I haven't done it yet. Okay, next thing. This was an indulgence, but, okay, so I wanted to get some étoile for Cats in the Rain, which, as I said, I am going to be doing a sal of Cats in the Rain with Amy Sprinklestein Stitches in February. I'm going to use hashtag Be My Own Valentine Sal, which I did last year. And I still don't know if we're going to do another hashtag with it as well. I'll have to ask Amy or watch her video to see what she says about it. She did confirm with me that February is what we had planned. She said March in her last video, but so I wasn't sure, but she commented on my last video that, yeah, I was right, it was February, and she was just having a brain fart like we all do. So, anyway, I wanted to get the white étoile for the raindrops. I still don't have my fabric picked out. I have a couple pieces that are coming from Bestitch Me that I've ordered as possibilities. So, anyway, so I was going to get like the one thing of étoile, and then I was looking at the tin of étoile, and on 1 2 3 Stitch it's like $35. On Amazon it's around that or more, and then I saw it on eBay for $30 free shipping, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna get it. So I did. I got it. So I got the étoile tin. So now when I want to use it, I have all of the sparkly colors. So that's good, because there's times when I thought, ooh, I would like, ooh, really? I thought I would like an étoile accent. Okay, let's try that again. Because I have a couple of them already, and I've used a couple. But I like the idea of having a sample of all of them so that I can incorporate them a little bit into stitches, because I really like it. I think it adds a really nice sparkle, and it's really easy to work with. You know, if that had existed and I knew about it before, like the metallic border, maybe it would be an étoile border. Okay, so that was that, and my whole bag is still not empty, you guys. Okay, so another tool type thing. I got two little like tester packages of Aleene's glues, different kinds of glue, tacky fabric pack and tacky pack. I actually got these because my little cat in the box mohawk ornament that I made for my tree, the stitch part has fallen off the sticky backed felt backing like twice, and then I put it back on, and yeah, and it's staying for right now, but I know it's not going to be there forever. So once I go to put that away, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use, I don't know which one, but that's why I got a bunch of different ones so that I had a little bit, because I don't use a ton, so I thought it would be fun to have different options, and you know, the little packages would be fine to keep me going for quite a long time. I do use the E6000 for a lot of stuff, but for some stuff it doesn't really work. It's not the right type of glue. So I got these, and they were inexpensive. They were like $7, and yeah. Okay, so that was that tool thing. And then what else did I get? Okay. I got the Collection to Art pillow back kit thing for my Black Grace one pillow. This does actually look like a nice thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it though, because it's not, it's like a weird color. I don't think it like goes with the piece, because that is all these bright colors and black, and then this is kind of like this oatmeal color. So I don't know if I'm going to use it, if I'm going to end up just doing like an envelope pillow on my own. But basically it's like a nicely edged piece of fabric with a zipper already put in it, and you basically just sew right sides together on your pillow, and then you have a pillow. I mean, it's basically what it is. I guess it basically saves you from doing a zipper, which I can save myself from doing a zipper by doing an envelope bag. So, oh, and then I also got two pillows. It was so funny, these came, they were all smooshed up in this little box, and I was like, how is that pillow? And then you take them out, and you take them out of the wrapping, and they go poof, and they poop up into a pillow. So this is the right size, and I just now need to figure out what kind of back I'm going to do. If I'm going to do that, or if I'm going to just get some fabric, or find some fabric in my closet, maybe maybe a dress I don't want to wear anymore or something, and make my own bag. So okay, so that's that. And finally we get to actual stitching stuff. I got this because I was on the 123 Stitch website while I was, you know, shopping for this backing, and I saw this, and I showed Hudson. He's like, oh, yes, get it. So it's just a Super Mario little stitch kit. You know, it's meant for beginners, learn a craft. He's not gonna do it. He's gonna want me to do it for him, and it'll probably take me like, what, an hour or two. It comes with the hoop and everything, but he loves Mario. So, and then because of course I was ordering, I had to, you know, things don't travel alone, so I got another little Mill Hill thing for springtime. I thought that one was really pretty. Okay, and then I told you I had 2 pieces of fabric still coming from Bestitch Me. I don't have those yet, but I put in an order, and I saw this pattern. I just was blown away by how gorgeous it was, and I had to have it. And so I was looking around on different Etsy shops to see who had it, and I actually ended up with getting it from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, and it's this Bellatrix by Bella Filipina. I love her, and she's a cat, so she's even more wonderful. But I don't really like this choice of fabric. It's like I want it to be dark and moody, but I just don't know, I just don't like this fabric. So I ordered this from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, and it came in and it's beautiful, but I don't think it's right either. I think it's a little bit too like light and bright, and it's really, really pretty. I just don't think it's right for the idea of that piece. So this is a 18 count Aida. It doesn't have the name on here. 186 is what it says. So then, as I was looking through my stuff the other day, oops, hold on. Well, actually, I don't need to put that in the basket. I was putting away this I showed you last week that I bought from, was it last week? It was the week before, I think. I got this from 1884 Stitchery. And this is a 32 count, and I think it would fit. This one is a little bit more like it. It's a little bit, it's still light. It doesn't, but I think it's moody enough. So I was considering this, but then I remembered this piece of fabric. This is actually another Hand Dyed by Rolanda, and this one was given to me, gosh, a year ago? 2 years, a year and a half ago, by Erin Two Martini Stitcher. She gifted this to me, and it's a Hand Dyed by Rolanda. It's a 28 count, and this is like one of the most beautiful pieces of fabric I've ever seen. And I think that this actually, originally I was thinking like this should be something like forest or whatever, because it reminds me of leaves and stuff. But I don't know, I think that that Bellatrix might look really pretty on this. So, so now I have some choices. I don't know when I'm going to start her. I might think about starting her in March or April, whatever month I had decided on doing Pretty Ladies. I might start her because she definitely is a pretty lady. But she's, you know, she's a big girl. And I still have Ella that is, you know, in progress. So I don't know. Maybe I'll start her, maybe I won't. I don't know. Does anybody else want to start her with me? Give me incentive? I don't know. But she's so beautiful. She really is. Okay, so that is my massive amount of haul. I know, it's shameful, you guys. I'm slowing down. Kind of did all the like holiday shopping and buying gifts for myself, etc. I have the 2 pieces of Bestitch Me fabric that are coming in. One of them hopefully will work for Cats in the Rain. And that's it, I think. Famous last words, but we'll see. Yeah. So I think that that's everything, you guys. I mean, this has been a kind of a long video today. Actually, let's see, it's about 9:30 in the morning. I'm really excited because Michelle Bendy is doing another live like de-stash, and I didn't see it last week. In fact, I didn't go on there because I have trouble with I have to actually watch stuff like that on my TV and then have my computer to actually do any typing, because my computer will like buffer and then I miss stuff. But I saw Michelle's video that she put up yesterday, and she said she did it a different way, where instead of like doing the me please and the first person gets it, she's giving like a code word, and then everybody who's interested will type in the code word, and then she's using a program that will then do a random comment picker. So it's like a little bit more fair. It's more like a lottery instead of you know, having to jump on stuff, because that having to jump on stuff, I'm gonna rarely get anything. My computer system and my internet is not syncing up fast enough. So I'm really kind of excited that she, you know, is doing it that different way. And so yeah, I might go on there and see if I'm lucky to win anything. You know, she sometimes gives away some really nice fabrics and flosses and that kind of thing. And so anyway, I may get nothing, I may want everything. We'll see. But I'm kind of excited to do that. I think it'll be fun. So I'm at the end here, you guys, and I know I've rambled on gosh, a lot longer than I normally do, but I had a lot of haul this week, so that's not going to happen every week, definitely. But again, I am enjoying using the tiny decision wheel. I'm enjoying, you know, kind of, I feel like I'm making progress on set whips, which is good. I'm not quite as like up in the air about what to stitch, so I'm liking that method. So I'm going to continue with it, and I will report to you guys. I hope y'all have a great week and enjoy stitching. I hope that world events, from political events and health events and all that kind of stuff, continue to improve, and that you are taking care of yourself, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. Take care of yourself. So thank you very much for watching, you guys. I hope you have a great stitchy week. Don't forget, if you are interested, there is the Buy Me a Coffee link down below. Again, not necessary, but appreciated. And until I see you again next week, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Karla. Bye.